Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we're off for more Final Fantasy Anniversary Edition. In the last episode, we completed the Citadel of Trials after visiting the Dragon Cave on the islands to claim a rat's tail, not a rabbit's tail, in order to prove our courage. But not before Saber got stoned by a Medusa 2 battles before we got out, so I had to redo the area off screen. Which is, well, where I am right now. We're not level 29, we're level 28. And thank God, because we're literally 1 or 2 battles away from actually leveling up, reclaiming that level up that, well, Saber got gypped out on. So I actually got through a little bit quicker because I actually memorised the way I had to go through in order to, you know, get through those whoops and whatnot. So a lot more cutting may have actually been done last episode than intended. But we need to get back to the Dragon Cave, and for that we need to go reclaim our airship. So let me just do this little hop around over here. Head north, which will end up on the, which will wrap around and end us up on the south of the map. Get into a random encounter while we're at it. Cutting out all the sailing to get back to our airship. That'll be the final time that we'll be ever using our boat, sadly. Not the last time we'll be using the canoe, no. Definitely not. But, now back on the airship, we want to head back to the islands over here. Wherever they may be. I think I might have completely overshot. Nope, I undershot. And we need to go into, not those, is it those? Yeah, it must be this one right here. Is it this one? Because it should be a straight downward run and then a straight upward run either. No, it's not this one then. Must be this one. Yep, it's this one. Okay, so now we have the rat's tail in hand, as well as being pretty close to a level up now. I had a couple of battles, but they didn't give me a lot of experience because, you know, we're on a boat and all that, but that is intended. This is why I didn't want to level up so often, and I was a little bit annoyed while I got the previous level up right when Saber got stoned in at the very end of the last episode, which is why I reset, because I didn't want him missing out on this. But now that we're here with rat's tail in hand, we talk to Bahamut once again. Long has it been since men of courage stood before me. Your bravery would seem worthy of consideration. The rat's tail you carry is a fitting token of strength and courage. So be it. I shall honour you with titles befitting your valour. Oh boy. We're getting an upgrade. Or shall I say, we're being promoted. We are now the next level. Fun fact, the ninjas, which Saber now is actually green in the GBA version. I don't know why that is a thing, but he's red here. Yes, we are now upgraded. We are now a knight, a ninja, a white wizard, and a black wizard. It was only a matter of time. Now, to be fair, I could have done this a lot earlier. In fact, as early as getting the Levy Stone in the Ice Cave. We could have done this before we even went to the Earthquake Cave. I believe so. No, because we need the canoe for that, and you don't get that until you get the Earth Cave. Is that true? I think that's true. Basically, once we had the Levy Stone, we could have immediately got the ship and immediately got this upgrade a lot earlier, and we would have benefited from the upgrades a lot quicker. And you actually do want to be a lower level when you get this class upgrade, because, believe it or not, if I go to status here, knights are capable of up to level 3 white magic, and ninjas are able to use up to level 4 black magic. This is insane. But, as you can see, they have no magic power to cast in the first place, and upon future level ups, they will always gain magic. This is the reason why you may want to actually come and get this upgrade a little earlier, but as you can see, we had a little bit of trouble getting through the dungeon in the first place. We didn't have to heal too often, so maybe I could have done it as early as I said we could have, as getting the Levy Stone and just doing that point and skipping the fire cave altogether. Because what most people do, and I think what's intended, is that for you actually go and get this class upgrade before getting the fire cave, or getting the fire crystal. But I don't do it that way. This is the way I always do it. Maybe I should change it at some point, but I'm doing it the way I know for the sake of the Let's Play. And, as you can see here, we are now upgraded, which means our equipment, well, is not entirely changed. It actually carries over, which is kind of nice. But yes, we can now, well, ninjas can now actually equip some shit, which is actually very nice. So we got another ice brand in the previous dungeon. Saber can now equip that shit, and that is a massive boost to what you can already do. Everything else, Flame Blade, yeah, that's just a different type, really. Cat Claws, he's not having those. And all the previous weapons he could equip as well. However, he can now equip the Healing Staff, Power Staff, and all that kind of stuff as well. So, we'll give him the Ice Brand for now, so that both people have the Ice Brand, just because of power at the moment. It's nice to have that power. So, actually, I might give him the Flame Sword. Yeah, I'll give him the Flame Sword for now, because it's just better overall than what he had before. And he can now equip shields. Holy crap, that is amazing. He has the Flame Brand, he has the Flame, so you know what, you can have the Ice Shield, why not? It's better than the Buckler. He can now equip armor as well, so that means he can equip the Ice Armor if he wants to. And even though it's got less evasion, I do not really much care at this point. I want him to have some decent defense. So now that means we've got 2 silver armlets in order to get rid of. Gauntlets and steel gloves. Can you equip the steel gloves? Yes, you can now, as well as the gauntlets, but once again, they're weaker. We need to seal the steel gloves for money. The gauntlets cast thunder when used. So, those 2 are sorted. Sorba is now packing the heat, and with fire magic on his disposal as well, that is just even more insane. Now with Flo. Not much has changed, really. But she is capable on using higher level magics. She and Daewoo are still only able to use level 6 magics at the moment. We haven't reached a high enough level in order to take advantage of higher level magics, but we can learn magics that we couldn't use before at those levels before. As in with Flo, she can now actually learn Exit, which would have been nice just a moment ago in that dungeon, so I wouldn't have to fight those 2 zombie dragons, but they weren't an issue. And yeah, what was the, was it intelligence? Yeah, even though Zest and Sorba don't have the best intelligence at the moment, Sorba, you may want to teach more status-inflicting dark magics to ninjas when you get them. And for knights, it is good to have a couple of healing magics like Cure and Cura for the added, like, boost on just having, like, extra heals for, like, if you don't want to use, like, your massive magic pool for heals with your white mage or white wizard or red wizard at this point. You could use a knight, but you want to give him more boost than anything else. I mean, he's limited to level 3 magic. In fact, his magic pool is severely limited. He can't even learn quite a lot of magic. In fact, for level 3 magics, he can only learn, what, I believe 1 spell? So, yeah, very limited. But, like I said, you want to give him boosts like Protect and Invis. I think he can learn Protect, so that's pretty sweet. But for Daewoo, however, because we just went through Flo's equipment, there is one thing that I do want to give Daewoo, and that is the cat claws that we brought in Gaea 3 episodes back. Look at that attack increase, as well as the accuracy. Power Staff, I'm just going to sell later on. We don't need that shit. Look at that. Amazing. And hammers, well, the Power Staff is just less accurate anyway. So yeah, I'm going to sell the Power Staff at the next chance I get. But that's why I brought the Cat Claws ahead of schedule, so Daewoo is just equipped just like everyone else at this point. And that's it. That's all there is so far. And I believe our current level isn't affected. I think our entire level curve isn't affected. It's just a class change and graphic change. And we just look a lot more regal. I mean, look at that. But yeah, we're close to a level up. And that's why I wanted to have my level up pretty close, and I don't want to get that one at the end of the episode, like I told you before. As well as Zest. No, I keep saying Zest. Sorba was missing out on it because he got stoned, so that's why I did that back off screen. So, I'm just going to wander around here until I get a new encounter. Hopefully the encounters on these islands are worth. Hopefully they are. Oh, we got a Manticore. Interesting. Poison darts, immediate. Oh, that could have poisoned everybody. That would have been interesting, actually. But let's just murder this thing. We're 4 against 1. We're going to murder him. Flo has finally revealed her hair. That's awesome. But Sorba decided to cover up more of his face. We didn't get a lot of experience for that, but we are getting new encounters here, so I will stay around here for a moment. See what we get. Oh, we got 3 Uchus on a preemptive strike. You know what? I think we will keep this in. And because Daewoo has got a class upgrade, his attack has actually gone up a little bit. So he is okay for damage, but it's really just for pot shots once we see him attack. He also gets 4-hit combos at this point, which is amazing. It just boosts his already feeble attack to a little bit more, to be a little bit more useful. So I can't really complain about that at all. I'm getting experience, but I'm not getting up to the number I need. So what I'm going to do here, because I'm trying to keep every battle in just for the sake of whenever we get the level up. I actually want to get on with the plot now, if you can call it plot. So, we don't need to go back to Gaea again. I could be buying my spells for the other characters right now, but we don't exactly have a lot of money, and we need money for a certain thing at the moment, so we're going to forget that for now. We need to find the caravan, because if you remember when we went to Gaea, which was over here, a pirate sold a fairy from the spring, and that seems to be a bit of an issue. I also want to go here, because we'll find out why we need to do that, so let's go there first. I'm not going to explore the town much at the moment, because like I said, I've not exactly got a lot of money to do what I need to do. I'm just going to park my ship here, and whatever battles I get into, I'm going to keep in. I would actually laugh if I didn't get into a random encounter there, but I did. And we got Wyrens! Well, what am I trying to do here? To be fair, this is going to be that's a big power drop. It's a big attack drop. But they are actually what the sword is used for. We'll do normal attacks all over, see what happens. In fact, I want to do the gauntlets on Flo's turn here, and I will do a Thunderer normal with Daewoo, just to compare the damage, because I believe Flo will do more damage now. Unless our stats don't re-evaluate until after we level up, perhaps. So Daewoo does 125 on average. Flo does, with the... well, it doesn't matter. She just does 85. So she does a little bit less. It's fine, though. I believe she does eventually become stronger than Daewoo, though. It's just that Daewoo has all the black magic in the first place. I think that's the gimmick. So you want to use items with Flo a lot more. So let's come over here, and well, I might explore this town. I mean, why not? We gotta be here anyway. On Rack. To be fair, I do not like that name. That sounds really wrong in the way you say it, so I'm just going to call it Rack. We've got a store here. We've got ethers, gold needles, the same usual stuff. But we do have remedies which cures everything other than KO. So it's basically a Pokemon equivalent of a full heal. A Final Fantasy equivalent of a Pokemon full heal. So that's not too bad. I'll buy one, but I'm not going to... actually, no, I'll buy two more. I'll buy three. Yeah, there we go. Just for the sake on having them. Oh, wait, hang on. Go back. We want to sell our useless crap. We've got some stuff we do not need anymore. We do not need the buckler, and actually, I didn't check to see if anyone can equip the buckler now. Oh, whoops. What did I just do? Nothing got changed. You can't equip a shield, you can't equip a shield. Yep, so bucklers are now completely useless. Good to know. So, I'll get rid of that. Small shield. Mithril knife is now completely useless. So is the power staff. Oh, that gave me a lot of money, actually. 2 silver armlets, that's a lot of money. Steel gloves, do not need. And I think that was it, actually. Yeah, that was it. Awesome. Let me just tidy that up. Alright, so now we actually got some more money. That helps. Look at my legs! Aren't they wonderful? I love having legs. Look! Did you see that move I just did? Why are you so egocentrical about your legs? I mean, I know you're a dancer, but it was like pointing it out in such a very odd way. They say that the shrine sank into the sea 200 years ago. Now there are only mermaids living there, or so the story goes. And that's why she pointed out her legs. She's pointing out the difference that, hey, mermaids don't have legs, in case you didn't know. Do you ever hear of something called Oxy Ale? No. Well, I technically have, but in the context of the story, no. Is this a church? This is a church. Okay. What do you have to say, Mohawk guy? That Underhill fellow from the caravan had something awful weird for sale. And, well, even though Gaea is on the opposite side of the entire map here, yeah, the caravan's here, and yet the pirate came from here. How did the pirate even get out of there, by the way? Did he, like, scale the mountains or something? Because funnily enough, we can't do that. He might have had a grappling hook or something. Out of me way! I haven't been able to catch me a single fish! How am I supposed to keep food in me plate in me belly? I don't know, but I think you need to sober up first. That might be helpful. Coop's been spreading some nonsense story about how he saw something shining thing fall out of the sky. Interesting. Got a bunch of gravestones here. They say this used to be a beautiful village until about 200 years ago. Well, what's wrong with it now? I mean, I know it's very ruin-esque, but it's pretty decent, pretty vibrant. I can't really say that this place doesn't look beautiful. It looks alright. My father's with the caravan. Right now, they're over in the desert to the west. Thank you for telling me exactly where the location is. They usually pitch camp by the forest near the north of the desert. I hope he comes home soon. And yeah, here's the desert. There's the north of the desert. That's exactly where they are. We've got some magic stores here. That's awesome. Are those legs really yours? Excuse you, buddy. I'm not a mermaid. Yes, this is where we get the last of our level 7 magics. Saber and Blind. Saber raises casters' attack and accuracy. If you remember the move, I believe it was called Focus, it only raised attack but not accuracy. But with Focus, you can cast to anybody. With Saber, it only casts it onto the user. And unless you just want it for the accuracy boost, and it uses it on the caster, and only Black Wizards can learn it, kind of a bad spell to learn, especially for that money. I mean, it would make sense considering that you're now doing okay damage with your Black Wizard at this point, but the only benefit you're really going to get out of it is the accuracy, so it's not really worth. Blind is probably a little bit better because it blinds one foe with darkness. Basically, what was it called? Darkness, but it's focused to one target once again. And look at that! Black mages can actually learn that. Black mages can learn level 7 magic. I believe though that this is like one of the 2 spells I can actually learn. But we're upgraded now, so that's no longer a worry. With level 7 magic, we have no death. It enhances party's defense against death. Doesn't outright block it though, which really does annoy me. But we have protect rings on everyone, which does block it, and gives us decent defense. So, again, this ain't really that big of an issue. Plus, I think Null All already covers that. But, like I said, Null Death and all the other Null spells do it against the entire party, while Null All only goes against one target, but with there being about 5 to 6 Null spells in the game, Null All will do better, even though it's going to eat tons of magic. Healaga. Now, this is something I want to get as early as possible, along with Curaga. It restores a lot of HP to the entire party. Basically, a Curaga, or maybe slightly weaker than a Curaga, on everybody. Awesome! Basically, Curaga and Kingdom Hearts 3. Or Final Fantasy VI, just splitting it against everybody. But we can't learn them right now, and we don't have the money either. Well, we probably do, but I'm not going to spin it right now. I've already talked to you. But yeah. I don't think there's actually anything else that this place offers. I think we just go this way, and that's where we have to go to? Yes. Hi, my name's Cobb. You want to hear about the shining object I saw? I think it came down somewhere near the waterfall to the north. No one believes me, but I think it was some kind of mechanical creature. Alright, so this is actually something interesting. There's a location here that we want to actually go check out at some point. But not right now. I wanted to save the mermaids living on the seafloor, so I made this submarine out of a barrel. I don't think that is very structurally sound. I mean, for one thing, we're not living in the Donkey Kong universe, so that kind of engineering just baffles me. Because the pressure of the water that far down at the seafloor, yeah, kind of puts things into question. Plus, that doesn't look very big. But when I went underwater, I started running out of air, so I couldn't breathe. It's totally useless. Even worse, it's dangerous. You better keep away. So we heard something called Oxyale. We don't know what that does. We know where to find that. Hey, there's a dragon here. Amazing! Humans have been honored by the Dragon King. So if you didn't know that you could get class upgrades by the Dragon King, this dragon would point you in the right direction. And look at him! He's living with humans! But anyway, what I was trying to get at is that we pointed into the right direction of the caravan. We know its exact location now. We've also been told about this cave at the north here that is on our map. We just don't know where it is. Up the creek. Near a waterfall. That's some place of interest that we've got to check out as well. We heard about something about Oxyale. We don't know what that does yet, or if we even need it. But Oxyale sounds like something to do with oxygen. And it's an ale? Maybe it's a potion that allows us to breathe underwater. Just put 2 and 2 together, you'll eventually get it. And if we can't go underwater to a shrine that fell 200 years ago, and that we were told that 400 years ago that the Fiend of Water took over the crystal, and now the and as it's the crystal water, and this seems to be a shrine that's submerged in water, that could be the shrine that has the water crystal. But we can't go under there. We have means with the barrel, but we can't, because we can't breathe underwater, but the Oxy Ale may allow us to breathe us underwater, but we don't know where to get that. But we've still got something else to do, which is find this ferry at the caravan. So, putting all this stuff together, you can eventually work it out. It's cryptic, but it's not so cryptic that it's not going to be hard for you to figure out, unless you're like 5 years old or something. I know I kind of blabbered on a little bit there, but it's basically just getting all the information that we've just gathered in our brain, like, out in the open, just saying it to ourselves, just connecting the missing dots, and we kind of get to the point that we need to be. I mean, obviously I played the game before, so I do know. I'm just trying to, like, put the clues together to actually make it understandable. It's like, oh, we need this. This will allow us to get to here. Why? What does it do? We don't know. That's why we add the dots. But anyway, we're going to enter a desert here, so we might have new encounters. And we haven't seen those Saber Tooths outside of the Citadel of Trials, so there you go. They are now, they were already on the world map. In fact, I think all the enemies on the world map now are pretty much going to be the same from onwards. And I'm still waiting for my upgrade. I'm waiting for my level up game. It'd be nice. That's why I was walking in a circle. Hey, there's something new. A desert piranha. Interesting. And I believe he's going to resist electricity, so I'm just going to do this. He looks like a friggin' Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Like those buff ones. Like, I think it's the Michael Bay version. And, but they've got, like, spikes on their back, like Bowser. It's kind of an interesting design, to be fair. I kind of like it. One gil, that's very helpful, but what is helpful, truly, not being sarcastic, is our level up. Resist, gained a level. HP increased by 8, not the best, but MP increased by 14. We can now use spells. Which means we're going to probably have to backtrack to Cornelia and get some level 1 spells once again. And, speaking of which, Saber gained 4 HP, not the best, but he gained 14 MP as well. There we go. Flo gained 6 HP, 17 MP, and Daewoo gained 4 HP and 10 MP. Awesome. And with that, I'm going to be cutting out every battle now. And we're at the caravan. Now, this place doesn't actually disappear off the map once we need to do what we need to do. But what is interesting is that when you come in here, he only has 1 item. But, oh, you can't buy more than 1. I thought you could. But yeah, Fairy's Bottle. A bottle containing a fairy. Pretty expensive, and have you noticed as well, it's using the Irish spelling of the fairy? I do not know why. Maybe it's because I've got the PAL version, but then if it's American and English, you would have the original spelling. It's funny as well, because Zelda Link to the Past actually has this issue on the Super Nintendo. It uses the Irish spelling of fairy. But yeah, we buy that, and if we go back in, he has different items. These are pretty good items, but they're battle only. Think of like the X items from Pokemon. That's why we can only buy 1 of them, because this is what he actually sells. And this place is pretty cool. Not permanent upgrades, like that golden apple that we saw that one enemy could drop upon defeat. I think it was Marilith/Carrie. She had a potential, which was the Feed of Fire. She had a potential to drop a gold apple, I think it was. Which permanently raises your max HP. These are battle-only items. We've got a Giant's Tonic, which temporarily raises max HP in battle, temporarily raises max MP in battle, raises attack, raises defense, and raises agility all in battle. Really, I would only insist that you focus on raising your max attack, defense, and agility during battle with the Strength, Protect, and Speed drinks. The Fairy and Giant Tonic you do not really want, because if you come out of battle with max HP, yes, you'll leave battle with max HP, but your HP will be back to what it usually is. And I believe it just takes the... I think it's a random amount on how much it increases as well. I mean, obviously you can use multiple on one character at a time. Like, if you're in a very tough battle, max amount of 999 HP by just spamming it. And if they get knocked out, then that's fine. You can just, like, do a full recovery and then you'll be back kicking. And the whole battle, you'll have the max HP to deal with what you need to do. But, like I said, these 2 I wouldn't recommend. I would recommend the last 3. But I'm not going to use them at all. I'm not even going to buy them. Because I am done with what I need to do there. And I believe this is now a key item, which is why we can only buy 1. I'm trying to get the key items there. There we go. Bottle Fairy. Bottle containing a fairy. Simple as. So, what we're going to do is head back to our airship. Can I actually make it? Oh, on my airship! Are you kidding? That is such a dick move, game. Dick move. And we got Wyrens. You know what? Just get out of my face. You're dead. I don't even need to use the Worm Killer anymore. I've got strength for days. That annoyed me. Seriously, when you ever encounter an encounter, that's English, on your vehicle, that's really annoying. I mean, you don't, like I said, you don't encounter enemies on your airship on the overworld, but there is a battle background for it, which is kind of weird as well in a way. Wait, what did I come down here for? That was dumb. I wanted to do that afterwards. What I want to do is go back to Gaea. So, I'm going to just cut back there because it's going to take a little bit of a while. Why waste time? And here we izzle for shizzle. As soon as we enter, we let it free. And just like in Zelda fashion, it spins around us, but it's gone off in this direction. If we try to follow it, we'll accidentally leave the area, but if you remember, there is a spring around here where the fairy came from that bloody pirate swooped up from. So let's go that way. I think we have to go up this way? I believe so. Oh, dude, please move. Thank you. Let me talk to you right now. I caught the fairy. Okay, he just says the same thing. Whatever, let's just go head down here and do what we need to do. Hello. Wow, you're a lot bigger than what you just were a second ago. You're like almost the same size as I am. You're the ones who rescued me from that bottle. I'm sorry about running away, but I was just so scared. I'll give you some oxy ale from the bottom of the spring to make up for it, okay? Ah, oxy ale. So, that's how you get the oxy ale. And oxy ale, oxygen, ale as a drink, may allow us to breathe underwater. And if it's obtained underwater, we can now go into the third dungeon of the game, the Sunken Shrine, where the water crystal awaits. Air will flow out of that water for as long as you have it. Thanks for saving me. Has the oxy ale helped you out? It will never run out of air, so you can use it to stay underwater as long as you like. There we go. That conundrum is sorted. Everything has now actually connected. All the missing dots have been filled. Other than that cave to the north. I mean, I guess we could just... Actually, I'm just going to go this way. I should have done that to begin with. Because I want to go... here. This is the place that the guys were talking about. It's just a short little stroll up the canoe. We were parked here before, so that's not a big issue. But yeah. Before we end it off, though, I want to go power up a bit more. So I want to go over this way, back to Cornelia. So I'll meet you guys there. And I want to buy, for our knight in shining armour right here, first of all, I want to buy Protect. It's way more useful than Cure, even though I will get him Cure next. Because it raises one ally's defense, and even though we do have Protect Terror, I do believe Protect stacks. So, and plus, if we've got our White Mage doing a full heal, we can still give someone some last minute defense anyway, so that's worth it. Then I want to give him Cure because, you know, why not? I mean, I think he can't learn Dire, that's why, actually. I was about to say, we could give him Dire so he can actually attack all undead enemies, but no. Out of all 4 level 1 spells, the Knight can only learn 3, so he will always have Cure, Protect, and Blink if you want to max him out with the magics. He can't learn Dire, which to be fair is kind of annoying, but it's so weak at this point, his physical attack will probably just be better anyway. Makes sense in a way. So, yeah, we got Protect, Cure, Protect, and now we're going to have Blink, because it raises Caster's Invasion, and that is super helpful, because you do not want to take, like, a death to the face, and if you can raise your Evasion, that means spells that can actually reduce your accuracy, or spells that slow you down, or spells that paralyze you, or even spells that give instant death if you do not have protection from it. Evasion is pretty helpful, so, especially on your walking wall, or tank if you really want to use that phrase. But yeah, Saber is now decked out with the best stuff he can possibly have as a, well, as a knight. But even though we got Magicka as a level up from 0, because that was our max as well as our minimum, or because what we had at the time of level up, he's still at 0. So we will have to recover Magicka in order to actually do it in the first place. However, we have our ninja, which can learn attacks as well, and like what I said before with the Black Wizard, when it came to Saber, earlier this episode, which increases attack and accuracy, focus only... Oh, wait, it's not focus? What's the attack I'm thinking of? Oh, is it sharp or something? What's the spell? Let me have a look at my notes here. Temper! It's temper, not focus. Temper and Saber are the same spells. Only that temper can be used on anybody and it just raises your attack power, not your accuracy. That's what I was thinking of. Focus is to lower one foe's evasion. But still, that is a good status element spell, so I will teach it to Saber. Saber, I also want to give him Sleep, because that is a decent spell, especially it's low level, not very costly, definitely helpful for a ninja. It sounds very ninja-esque, even though Daewoo's got it as well. That was just for early points of the game. But you only have 3 spells to go around as well, so we're going to have duplicates. And speaking of duplicates, I want to give him Fire, just in case if we don't have a Fire spell equipped, a Fire sword equipped, and we just need to get that little bit of damage off. Remember, we can only go up to level 4 black magics with ninjas, and level 3, well, 1 level 3 spell with knights. So keep that in mind. But we're done here. And because it's the cheapest inn, I am definitely going to sleep here, and I'm going to cut until we get to our next town, which I believe is Provoker, because we need to go back there to get some level 2 magics. Right, so, for Saber, our ninja, we're going to have Temper. This is what I was talking about. There we go. That is going to be super helpful for our ninja and knight. Seriously, since they're the major attackers, doubling their attack power, like, their chances for attack is just insane. And if you have the later spell Haste as well, holy crap, you've doubled your attack power again, because that's doubled your amount of hits that you do. Of course, different attacks will lower different stuff, like Slow will halve your attack combo, or attack hits, whatever you want to call it. And, you know, makes sense that way. We want Dark as well, because that blinds all foes with darkness, very ninja-esque, it's like a smoke bomb. And I want to give Saber Slow, because I don't need to give him Blizzard as well as Fire, because it only attacks 1, and Fire is more synonymous with ninjas than Blizzard. And like I said, we're going to have duplicate equipped spells here, because there's only 4. Everyone can equip 3, but there's 4 spells. That's fine, though. That's fine. So, the white magic store is on the opposite side of town, isn't it? That's actually kind of annoying. And I guess they're trying to go a little bit symmetrical here, just split it up and not whatnot, but it is kind of an annoyance. Wait, it's not down here. Where's the white magic store? Did I just somehow blink and miss it? I'd feel like an idiot if I did that. No, that's black magic. There's, oh, it's up here. That's why I didn't see it. There we go. Right, now, for Zest, our knight, we want to have no shock. Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, no shock, why not? Invis, because that will double the invasion. And we want silence. I'll probably cut out that pause, because I kind of blanked out for a moment there. Wait, is that 3 spells? Yeah, that's all 3 spells. There we go. So we've got all of our level 2 spells, and now I will meet you at Elfheim. Right, so level 3 magics for, actually no, it's not our final stop for today, is it? Because I've got to get level 4 spells for ninja. It's the final stop for Zest spells, alright then? Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Right, so now we want Fokara, which lowers evasion of all foes. Just costs a little bit more magic. We can't use it for now because we don't have a lot of magic in the first place, but hey, it will help. We also want Hold, which paralyzes a foe. That's very ninja-esque. It's like using those Senbon needles, I think they're called. And we also want Fire, because like I said, Fire is synonymous with ninjas. He's red and it attacks all enemies. Once again, it costs more magic, but once we have the magic, we can actually use it properly. So now we passed a certain person's grave that I'm not too happy about. Thanks for that, Square Enix. And, well, actually, he can learn he can learn No Blaze as well. Let me have a look at my notes here. I didn't write that down. I'm an idiot. Okay, well, I'll give him that first then. Because what I did is that I looked at my best file that uses this similar team and wrote down all my spells that I'd like to have in a set order as well. And for some reason, I completely forgot to write in No Blaze. I'm an idiot. But yeah, Knight can only learn 2 of the 4 level 3 spells, and that is literally all we can learn. You will never give him a level... You can never give him another level 3 spell. He can't learn any other level spells in the game. He can only go up to this point. That is as much magic as he can possibly have. But we still got Saber and that 1 spell for Flow to get, so let's go sort that out. Oh wait, hang on, I say that, but I'm actually in the same place where I can get level 4 spells as well. I'm an idiot today. So, I probably didn't cut that out because I was blanking out. It was like silence, like, wait a minute, you get level 4 spells here, you moron. We still gotta go somewhere else anyway, though. So yes, for Soba, our ninja, we want haste. Oh boy, haste. For a second there, I could not move my cursor. Doubles one ally's number of attacks. This is broken. I love it. The reason why I didn't give it to Daewoo, though, is because, well, I wanted his other spells because they were a lot more helpful at that point. This is more helpful late game, but since you get this late game, it makes perfect sense. We also want Confuse, because, you know, that's very ninja-esque. Make your own enemies power your own, and whatnot. And Sleeper, because, I don't know, tranquilizer liquid on Senbon needles or knockout. I mean, I guess that's very ninja-esque. Yeah, I kind of build my ninja as an actual ninja. But now that we've done that, where do I get level 6 spells? I think it's Gaea. We might be going back to Gaea, so I'll cut back there. It's not Gaea, it's Crescent Lake, I was thinking. Oh, I'm an idiot. Right, let's head up this way. And we only need to go into the white store to get our one spell that we definitely wanted, but we couldn't learn. There we go. Yep. The only spell that the white mage cannot learn is what I wanted right here. And like I said, Invisora, even though that's really good, will be not needing that, as you'll see soon. Well, I say soon, it'll probably be quite a while still, but hey, now we got all of our magics that we wanted. So, with that, guys, in the next episode, we are going to go back to, what was it called? On Rack, and we are going to go under the water.